While speakers and components are crucial pieces of any decent home audio or home theater setup, if you don't have the low end, there will always be something missing. MartinLogan's new iteration of their Dynamo line of subwoofers really raises the bar, and they're packed with technology and features, and of course, they provide that deep, rumbling bass you're looking for. While the Dynamo series technically includes 5 different models, we're only going to discuss the top 4 models today. The reason is that the entry-level Dynamo 400 can't be used with MartinLogan Subwoofer Control App. We feel so strongly about the benefits of this app and the control it gives you that unless you're on an extremely tight budget, we urge you to save up the extra $200 to move up to the Dynamo 600X. The first, and perhaps the most important feature of the app, is the integration with ARC, a room correction software developed by MartinLogan's sister company, Anthem. Through the setup process in the app, ARC plays a series of test tones and takes measurements using your Android or iOS device. It then automatically adjusts the settings of the sub to eliminate room issues. The result is just staggering. Your bass gets much tighter and more accurate, which in turn really opens up the critical mid-range. By taking out big bass peaks, you not only improve the bottom end, but voices get much clearer and more open. Once it is set up, you can easily turn ARC on and off to quickly see the difference with and without the corrections. If you notice a rattle from a loose cabinet or something on your desk, the sweep button will easily allow you to find and fix the problem. But this is only one feature of the app. If you want to change the volume, tweak the phase and polarity, or adjust the low pass to better blend with the rest of your speakers, you can do it all right from your chair using the app. You can even quickly switch between movie, music, and night modes, presets that enhance or reduce certain frequencies depending on your listening situation or the type of content you're listening to. All of the top 4 subwoofers in the Dynamo lineup work with the MartinLogan Subwoofer Control App. These include the Dynamo 600X, 800X, 1100X, and the 1600X. The MartinLogan Dynamo 600X is a 10-inch subwoofer with a 120-watt power amp. The driver itself uses an inverted surround with what MartinLogan calls a polycone. The amp can put up to 240 watts of peak power, and it uses one of our favorite types of transistors, MOSFETs. The box itself weighs in at 35 pounds, and the physical dimensions of the sub are roughly a 15-inch cube. You'll see the low turbulence port on the 600X, which allows you to get a lot of bass energy out of a pretty small box. On the rear of the sub, you'll find an input for MartinLogan's wireless receiver, the SWT-X. This is an optional accessory that can send the LFE signal over to your sub wirelessly. If you have a room where hiding the subwoofer cable might be a problem, this is a great option. For a modestly sized home theater room, a 600X will provide great bass. The next sub in the line, the Dynamo 800X, also uses a 10-inch inverted surround polycone woofer. However, with the 800X and up, all of the models have a sealed, non-resonant cabinet. It's roughly a 13-inch cube, so it's actually slightly smaller than the 600X. A sealed box means that the 800X will provide much faster and tighter bass than you get with the 600X, but it does require a bit more power. MartinLogan ups this one to 300 watts, with the capability to hit 600 watts on peak output. One thing we love about MartinLogan's higher end subs is the ability to change the configuration from downward firing to front firing. Not everyone has a nice corner where they can place their sub. In fact, we've had a number of customers who put their sub in a cabinet. While this is not ideal, the ability to switch it from a front firing to a downward firing improves the sound, as it fires into the bottom of the cabinet rather than to the door. Another benefit of moving up to the 800X is the addition of spiked feet. They're hidden under the standard rubber feet and can be adjusted to help you get the sub perfectly level and coupled to the floor. We have found that in most listening tests, anchoring the sub produces cleaner bass and better tonal quality. The Dynamo 1100X has everything the 800X has, but with a 12-inch woofer and a 17-inch cube. It weighs in at 46 pounds and has an amp that is rated at 650 watts continuous and 1300 peak. The 1100X will give you that same tight, fast bass as you'll get in the 800X, but it goes deeper due to its larger driver. In addition to the standard RCA inputs, the 1100X also has balanced audio inputs for both the LFE as well as for left and right inputs. The 1100X is perfect for listening to music and can easily blend with even the fastest bookshelf speakers. As a matter of fact, for pure music reproduction, we like the 12-inch model the best. It just seems to strike the perfect balance between speed and bass. As you may have guessed, the Dynamo 1600X is again simply a step up in size. It's got a huge 15-inch driver sealed in an 18-inch cube. Be sure to lift with your knees because this guy weighs in at a whopping 57 pounds. The amp can put out 900 watts of continuous power and 1800 peak. When you want earth-shattering bass, yet the ability to hear tonal quality of an upright bass when you're listening to music, consider the 1600X. If you take your home theater experience to a whole different level, you can even consider adding a second 1600X. With the ability to adjust each of them separately using the app, you might literally blow the socks off of anyone that comes to take a listen. As you can see, each of these subs is great in its own way. Depending on your room size and what you'll be listening to, it shouldn't be too difficult to find the perfect Dynamo sub for your setup. Of course, if you still can't decide, simply visit audioadvice.com and click the chat icon, and we'd be happy to help. The entire MartinLogan Dynamo line of subwoofers are available for purchase on audioadvice.com as well as in our Raleigh and Charlotte showrooms. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to like it and subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching.